Oh my god, hey! Welcome back to my kingdom of stagey isolation. If you're seeing my face for the first time, my name is Mickey Joe and I'm obsessed with all things theatre. I'm very expressive with my hands today. What is this? Today, I am continuing to talk about the Ratatousical. The Ratatouille musical. Blame TikTok, they changed the world. Here's all the stagey references in Ratatouille, at least the ones that I have found. If you haven't seen already, I've made 2 Ratatouille the musical videos on my channel already this year in the short time that we've already been in 2021. Isn't it going well? I made one video where I watched the Ratatouille musical and reacted to it. Why is everyone in this show named after pasta? I made another one where I sort of gave a review of the show and talked about what direction it might be able to go into next. Warhorse style. War rat, if you will. I wanted to come on here today and make another video talking about all of the various stagey references in this show, because some of them are very obvious and I've seen talked about, and there are other ones that I have seen nobody talk about, and I wanted to bring them to your attention. Think of me like a musical theatre encyclopedia, but with better eyebrows. Also, I still have snacks because I'm apparently incapable of talking about the Ratatouille musical without eating something. Okay, so we're just going to talk through all of the musical theatre Broadway references in the concert version of the Ratatouille musical. Reference number 1, this one comes in pretty early, I think maybe the first reference in the show, is to Sweeney Todd. It's very, very brief, and it's the part where the ensemble goes, "Not Remy," not Remy the rat, which is part of what the ensemble sings in Sweeney Todd. Not Sweeney Todd, in the song The Ballad of Sweeney Todd, which is the opening number for that show. This is the opening number for this show.
Not Sweeney Todd.
It's sort of one of the most iconic opening numbers in musical theatre, so it's a clever way of referencing that for musical theatre lovers the worldwide. Is there a big overlap between like Sondheim fans and Ratatouille the musical fans? Listen, I've watched both. I am in the middle of that Venn diagram. Who am I to judge? Next one that I noticed was a reference to Cats, which I love. You know I love Cats. Not the movie, let's be clear. The stage musical. I grew up with the stage musical Cats. It just makes sense to me. If you haven't already, I have done a video before on my channel where I dress up as a cat, drink a lot of wine, and do my best to try and explain the plot to you guys. This is what a Jellicle cat is. We're having a party. One of us is going to die later and ascend to the flames. That video is going to outlive me on the internet, and I have no shame about that. But they did this little homage to Cats, and this was the one reference I was expecting, because, you know, cats, rats, it's all there.
Ratical songs for ratical rats, ratical songs for ratical rats, jellicle songs for jellicle cats, jellicle songs for jellicle cats.
The next one was one of 3 chorus line references to come up in this show. I'm going to talk you through each of them. So the first one was just Titus as Remy made some sort of reference to the music and the mirror, the part where Cassie sings, "All I ever needed was the music and the mirror." And he does some sort of like pas de bourrée thing at the same time, just acknowledging that it's a chorus line reference moment.
What a show!
That one's fairly subtle. Later in the show, the woman who plays the angry old lady who tries to kill him and his brother Emil is played by Priscilla Lopez, who was in the Heights, but before that was also the original Morales in the original Broadway cast of A Chorus Line, which is a huge deal. All of the original cast of A Chorus Line are icons, because not only were they in this first production of the show and are incredible dancers in their heyday, they helped develop the show as well. So Priscilla Lopez, Broadway icon. Known for having played Morales, and while she is sleeping in this scene, she is singing to herself, "Santa Maria, catch the rodent."
Catch that rodent, pretty, pretty please.
Which is an homage to her song from A Chorus Line, Nothing. Went to church praying, "Santa Maria, send me guidance."
Send me guidance on my knees.
So they referenced that, which I enjoyed. It was a great moment. Then, I think it was a reference too far. She sings this song threatening him to the entire tune of What I Did for Love from A Chorus Line, which is the other song that Morales, her character, sang.
Kiss today goodbye.
kiss your friends goodbye. The short one and the fat one. And you won't forget what I did to them. And I'll do to you.
What I did for love.
And it's a nice moment, it's a cute moment, it's a nice little Easter egg for Broadway fans, but it goes on for such a long time that they just basically reprise the entire song, and it's one of those things that surely if this becomes a professional stage musical they're gonna have to cut. Like, A, if it's anyone other than Priscilla Lopez, it doesn't make a lot of sense. And B, they don't have the rights to that. The next reference that I noticed in Ratatouille the musical, pretty much everyone noticed. So Wayne Brady at the end of his song, what was this song called? Something about rats. It wasn't Rat's Way of Life, it was the other one that's basically the same thing. Rat life, rat time, times are hard for rats. I don't know, something about rats. Oh. Trash is our treasure. It was called Trash is our treasure. At the end of that, he literally just yells the word rent.
Rent! I mean rat!
This is a strange reference for me. I can only assume it's motivated by the fact the way he's dressed, he kind of looks like a street person in Rent. He kind of looks like he could be sort of bohemian in a production of Rent. Because also, like, fist in the air yelling Rent, that's more of a Hamilton vibe. They don't even do that in Rent. The one time I can think that they yell the word rent in Rent is in the middle of a line, in the middle of a song, when they sing, "It reaches way down deep and tears you inside out." And that's the only time I can think that they yell rent, because at the end of the song they sing it. It's a very different vibe. They're rent, 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 we're not gonna pay rent. They never just go rent. I'm not sure who okayed that reference or if he just went rogue. Another stagey reference I noticed in the Ratatouille musical. This is tenuous, but I am convinced that it's real. So Andrew Barth Feldman as Linguini sings a reprise of Anyone Can Cook, and the whole arrangement of this song has very You and Me But Mostly Me vibes, and to a certain extent as well The Wizard and I. And You and Me But Mostly Me is sort of loosely parodying based on The Wizard and I. So those two songs have a very close relationship anyway, that whole sort of dum 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 dum. That's Defying Gravity, what am I saying? The whole rhythm of its instrumentation underneath is very iconic and very recognisable. And certainly the bit at the end where he's singing, "I can cook with you helping me, with you helping me, with you helping me." It's very You and Me But Mostly Me, The Wizard and I. I just get the vibe. The vibe is there, guys. The other Wizard and I reference is that backdrop that they used for Titus singing the incredible I Want song.
Oh, Paris, I hope you're ready for Remy's restaurant.
That backdrop and the colour palette of it with the black silhouette is very what Elphaba stands in front of in Wicked when she's singing The Wizard and I. References. There was also a Les Mis reference. I barely have to include this in the video because it's obvious. Essentially, Larry Owens from A Strange Loop was one of the journalists and literally sang 24601. Why did I pick that key to start in?
This is Monsieur 24601.
24601! It could have gone worse. There was also, I say a Six reference, there were at least 3 different Six references. Aside from the fact that you have the majority of the Broadway cast as mice queens doing Six poses at the end, that did not get past me. You also have Titus as Remy in the middle of a dialogue section going, "Let's tell you a story." Enough! I did not realise that Six had already penetrated stagey Broadway American culture to the extent that it has, but I'm so excited that it is part of the pop culture over there. In the same kind of way that Hamilton was. I was surprised there weren't any discernible Hamilton references in the Ratatouille musical, unless I missed them. But Hamilton was definitely the big thing that a few years ago everyone was referencing, and you were seeing parody shows like Spamilton, like Aunt Peggy the Musical. Hamilton was very much the zeitgeist in Broadway circles, and I feel like Six is now sort of cashing in on some of that hype, and that has that reputation itself. Of course, a lot of the reason for these Six references as well is that the director of the Ratatouille concert musical was Lucy Moss, the director of Six, the co-writer of Six, general icon. There's one more Six reference in the show, and this was right at the end when they had what I've now learned I think is called a Ratamix, which I hate. I'm going to do another video talking about megamixes in musical theatre because I've become so obsessed with this as a concept. But the megamix is something where a lot of the tunes and the songs from the show are all put together in a nice little medley at the end with a funky beat. And Six famously called theirs the Mega Six, and they let the audiences film it in the UK, which is what gave it a lot of its online popularity. So they tried to make a pun out of the word rat and megamix, and despite it having no rhyme, no assonance whatsoever, they just stuck the words together and plainly went with it, giving you the Ratamix. I hate it so much. But the song is great, and it starts with two iconic megamix references. The first one is obvious, it's the Six. Are you ready? Insert place where we are. Here we go. London, here we go. Broadway, here we go. Digital Festival Theatre, here we go.
Tik Tok, here we go.
But before that, they referenced the iconic Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat megamix that begins with Go, Go, Joe. And they were doing Go, Go, Remy.
Go, go, Remy. Go, go, Remy.
Which I appreciated so much, because Joseph is not as big in America as part of their stagey culture as it is in the UK. It's a huge thing here. It's toured for 57 million years. It's always been in the West End. We can name all the Josephs. It's a huge deal. Everyone's seen the video. We love Joseph. We love a bit of Joseph. So it was cool to see it referenced in, again, a Broadway setting, and I can only assume maybe that had something to do with the Brits on the creative team. Who knows? But those are all of the stagey references that I managed to find in this concert version of Ratatouille the Musical. Let me know if there's any I missed. I'm sure there is at least one. I was not looking that carefully. Let me know in the comments section down below which one I have missed out and shame me publicly. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to go and check out the other Ratatouille the Musical content on my channel, as well as my friends Amy Lovett, who has made some Ratatouille videos, and Dan Talks Theatre, who has made some great Ratatouille the Musical content as well. I hope that everyone is staying safe. Have I finished all of my talking points? Subscribe to me, subscribe to them, watch videos, stay home, control the virus, stay on Ratatouille. That's really all I have to say. I hope that everyone is staying safe and that you have a stagey day. Yeah.
For 10 more seconds, I'm Mickey Joe Theatre. Oh my god, hey, thanks for watching, have a stagey day. Subscribe!